Welcome to a market update on November the 27th, Sunday after the market closed on November the 25th. Last week was a short week, but usually an optimistic week. It's Thanksgiving in the USA, and that doesn't usually fail to produce a rally. In this case, though, the rally was already underway, the so-called Trump rally. And now the question is how far it can run, or indeed the deeper question is, was it founded on solid ground in the first place? And the weeks ahead will let us know. Starting off with a very big picture chart, as always, 1998 to present, bulls and bears. The state we're in now is, we're kind of in this downtrend as we look at the overall composite of all the New York Stock Exchanges. We still haven't got to that all-time high there, about 11,228, that was back in May 2015. And this set down into this downwards kind of trend, but from earlier this year, it did manage to get back above the moving averages, and as of late, just powering higher. So we have this kind of conflicted situation. It's still struggling to get an all-time high. Having said that, though, you'll see individual indexes like the S&P 500 and NASDAQ and so on reach out to all-time highs, but I'm looking at this composite here. So it's a very conflicted picture. If we zoom in, we can see that a bit closer just for the last 5 years, and a lot closer than that still. The last 3 years here on the weekly chart, we see the NYA just powering higher. On the daily chart here, critics of this upwards rally you can see here will point to low volume down here, but it's always low volume in holiday weeks. Looking at this chart, which is the day-to-day chart the last 6 months, it's quite an important point now, because as you can see, if I put that line there, you can see it's kind of like a bit of resistance for this move at around this level here, around 10.8, where it's about right now, as you can see around here. And if it can get above that, then it's going to be very bullish for the short term. I think this is probably the question for this week. There's no question about it. We're in a powerful uptrend right now. You can't fight the trend. So bullish picks in the right industrial sector are definitely going to have the wind in their sails. Does it turn back and consolidate or whatever we don't this week? I think that's going to depend on, can it break out high above that level. If it does, it's a new high for the last like a 3-month high. And if it can close above that decisively, then I think the rally will go higher. If it turns back at this level, though, then definitely the correction should be underway. So with that in mind, we have to obey the trend. And it's definitely up right now. It's definitely bullish upwards trend. Just bearing in mind that it's very important that it also clears that decisively clears that kind of 10.9 level. That's, and the market will let us know in due course. We are approaching a bullish time of year now. Typically, as we get into December, the so-called Santa Claus rally effect kicks in, and the January hangover is traditionally left for another time. That's not to say there's no guarantees with that, though. But heading into that season, they're definitely in a kind of bullish frame of mind. So that's all for this week on the overall market, and speak to you next time.